Welcome to Happy Valley, home of the Penn State Nittany Lions and one of the most passionate fan bases in all of college football. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Gators will boot it away to start the game. Fair catch called for and made. Welcome, everyone, to Beaver Stadium, nestled in Bucolic State College and home of the Penn State Nittany Lions and one of the loudest, most passionate crowds you'll find anywhere in college football. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gators will put total leather and will get started. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. On first down, here comes this offense. Quarterback will audible. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. That's caught. It's Becker. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Well, there's no mystery. We're going to get one of our best players involved in the game on the first play of the game. Just throw it up and let him go make magic happen.
The give to the tailback. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
It's caught downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Let's go. Quarterback checking off. The give from the gun. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands, what? SEC, SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
On the move, it's Hawkins. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The give out of the gun. And the Gators will keep this drive going.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
After the missed connection, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll try to do it himself. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
Well, just nowhere to go there. And it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, and give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. He got it. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
The Gators line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Here comes the option. And they get to him just in time and ride him out of bounds at the 1.
Decision time right here. I like going for it. You're playing on the road. You have an opportunity to take the crowd out of it a little bit here. Why not just line up quickly and just try to run the ball?
Yeah, stay aggressive. I mean, you want to shut these people up. You want to quiet them down, but field goals don't do that very often. Try to go for the touchdown right here.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. A designed run for the quarterback. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gator!
Yeah, and I love calling the QB's number. I don't care if he gets hit down near the goal line, 4th and goal. I need him to make a play. Nice job being decisive, getting downhill, getting in the end zone.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To the ground with the back. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Right back to the well. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Florida 10, Penn State 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Looking to the big tight end. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Feeling some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback. The defense coming up big there. And the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Makes a connection. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Here's the handoff. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He wants to pass it on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast. You saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit, and it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, still looking. And that pass picked off. At the 40, there he goes. Looking for more room. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Penn State. The 18 unit on the field. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Southern Miss is having its way offensively, just marching up and down that field at a breathtaking pace. They're up by 17 over the Coyotes. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Looking for room, it's Hawkins. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The back goes in motion. He's looking for a man on second down. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking to throw for it. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Gators line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Penn Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. That's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch pail.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. The play action fake. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in '06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that can really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes his connection. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. Looking for a block. It's Hawkins. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Going to try to get it himself. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Hawkins. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. And the Gators want to crank the tempo. They move the tight end all over. Power football with the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida!
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off by a terrific 26-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. The returner will field it and bring it back. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the... Trying to burn this defensive back. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
I know it was incomplete. I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard, and he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And this ball is going to be touchdown just shy of midfield. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the 2nd half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Toss to the left. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. The throw. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
That last completion sets him up on second down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
Going up top on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
Leaves it with the back. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's got his man. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Looking to go up top on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs, and now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage, and you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's complete. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Nittany Lions are on the move. Looking to move it through the air. Right down the middle. He's got it. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's 1st and goal at the 9.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They want to just keep throwing it. Got his man on the right. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The old saying is, you'll never go broke taking a profit. No matter how small, just keep building up the bank account.
Yep, and when the defense wants to drop back and not give up those big plays, a lot of times they're going to force you to be patient, and when you show them you can do that, it'll pay dividends in the long run.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Odom. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Movement here from the tight end. They'll give it to the back. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Still running at the 40. Flying down the right side. Touchdown, Gators! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. NC State looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over that field at will. They're up 14 over UTSA. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got his man. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. He looks that one in nicely. Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line. Here comes the hurry-up.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Martin. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Back, and here comes the offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a 2-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's 1st down. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Now on 2nd and short. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Open runway ahead.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
The Gators with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Hawkins. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, they're able to get the completion right now, and you know the sense of urgency is up right here. They're in position to go win this game.
Yeah, and defensively, take your time getting off piles, make them eat clock. Get in your defense really, really quickly and make sure you don't give up any big plays by not being organized.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback will keep it. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe he needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
When we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, but he just decided to take off.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Now on the move. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on 4th down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. The last thing you want to do here is give up a big return, pin them back, and then the defense can just stop them from scoring a touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. and they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this
fires into traffic, picked off.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you've got to score, you've got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost them.
And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably...